What is up, folks? Stephen here from Moving to Canada, and seeing as it's the end of May, it means that it's time for a news breakdown. And let me tell you something, it's been a busy month. May 1st started with the end of the IRCC strike. There were other wings of government on strike, but IRCC is the one that we are interested in. So yeah, that happened and now it's over. We expected it to mean a delay in the processing of applications, but we continued to get express entry draws and people also got applications approved during the strike. So who knows what actually happened. In some actual news though, we do have some updates about the IEC. Canada and South Korea are expanding the reciprocal agreement that allows youth to work and travel in each country. The new agreement, starting in 2024, will mean the eligibility age will increase from 18 to 30 to 18 to 35 and introduce two new streams, international co-op and young professionals. It will also allow most youth the option to participate twice in the programme, each time for up to 24 months. We will also be welcoming Finland to the IEC party in 2024, meaning Finns aged 18 to 35 will be able to work and travel in Canada under the International Experience Canada. Eligible Finnish youth will be able to participate in the programme for up to 12 months per category. With the addition of Finland, Canada now has youth mobility agreements with 36 countries around the world. And then, in English language test news, candidates for immigration to Canada may soon be able to retake a single module of the IELTs test instead of needing to retake all 4 modules if they wish to improve their overall score. Speaking with Moving to Canada, a representative from one of these providers outlined how retaking a single module may work. Candidates would be able to retake a single module within 60 days of having sat the full test. The result of that single module could then be swapped in for a previous result in that module, potentially making the candidate eligible or more competitive within Canada's point-based system. Why is this so important, I hear you ask? Well, in a hypothetical situation where a candidate scored a CLB 9 or better in some modules, but not all, they would then be able to retake a specific module or modules instead of retaking the test, which can mean a whole heap of additional points if they manage to bring those scores up. This can save the candidates time, money and effort, while providing peace of mind that their stronger scores are locked in and not being reassessed. Now, according to a trusted source, this change is currently being assessed by IRCC. At this time though, there are no details on when the IELTS product might be approved or even rolled out, or how much it may cost, although you'd hope it would be a little bit less expensive than sitting a whole new test, right? And finally, we got job updates. Firstly, Canada is extending the Agri-Food pilot until 2025. Canada's Immigration Minister Sean Fraser announced the new measures on May 8th, which will expand open work permit access to family members of all participants in the Agri-Food pilot, regardless of the participant's job skill level. It will also allow unions to attest to a candidate's work experience as an alternative to employer reference letters, meaning the potential for employers to hold job letters over employees' heads will be greatly reduced. The changes are being made in an effort to provide wider support to applicants and their family members, reduce barriers and vulnerability for candidates, and expand the pathway to permanent residence for experienced workers in these industries. Staying with jobs, as Ontario removes Canadian work experience requirements for immigrant engineers. Engineers trained outside of Canada will no longer need Canadian experience to get licensed in Ontario. The new law is meant to alleviate the barriers that prevent internationally trained engineers from working in their professions in Ontario. Regulatory bodies have until December 2nd, 2023 to remove Canadian work experience as a licensing requirement. Professional Engineers Ontario is the first professional regulatory body to remove the requirement, and while this is great news for engineers looking to make the move to Ontario, it could spell out bigger things down the line, as Ontario's Immigration Minister, Monte McNaughton, says only a quarter of internationally trained immigrants in the province are working in the professions that they studied for. McNaughton also says that roughly 300,000 jobs continue to go unfulfilled every day across Ontario, costing the province billions in lost productivity. So, who knows? Maybe losing billions of dollars might be the incentive Ontario needs to reshape some of the restrictions placed on immigrants looking to work in their studied profession. Also, another quick announcement, which unfortunately came after we shot all the rest of that video that you've just seen. The Government of Canada has also finally announced an update about targeted draws, or as they will soon be known, category-based draws, which I will link to an article all about that stuff in the description of this video so you can go take a look for yourself. And also a video I did on this exact topic last week, which is
pretty much everything they say is in there as well. So go check those out.
That's all from me, folks. Hopefully we all learned a little something today. Let us know your thoughts down in the comment section below, and I will catch you next time.